Hi there, everyone. Tonia Reeves here from Sunday Creek, Victoria, Australian Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you it's afternoon here in Victoria, Australia, so Eastern Standard Time, and saying a big hello to wherever you are in the world, and hope you've had a pretty cool week. So it's been a really full-on week for me this week. It's been quite busy. I've had a lot of people getting in contact for readings, so that's been great. Some really amazing connections, and it just led me to have a little chat today about how to get the best out of a reading. It's something a lot of people ask, so I thought, it's good to sometimes just get a few pointers from the medium or the psychic themselves as to what constitutes a good reading and what enables us to connect for you with the best information. So in a lot of cases, it's about not having expectations and being open to all the messages that come through. Now, I like to, when I'm bringing through spirit specifically, I would like to bring through evidence to prove to you that the person that I'm connecting with is your mother or is your grandmother or your father or whoever it might be. So I like evidence, and I suppose there's that element to me that's always been a little bit skeptical. So bearing that in mind, I'm pretty, it's an important thing to me to be able to give you evidence so that I can be clear and I'm not being wishy-washy. That makes sense. And certainly some spirits come through with a lot more info that's really clear and precise than others. It just depends on their energy and how they present themselves. So that's really fascinating. But I always find pretty much in most of my readings is that spirit will answer most of the questions that people tend to come for a reading for. And it quite often will, be the spirit that steps in that will be the most helpful for you at this period of time. So sometimes when there is a struggle or there is a situation that you're really needing support with, we might get somebody coming through in the family that's in spirit that's really strong and powerful, and they're stepping in to say, okay, here I am, utilize me. And it's such a great tool to know that we have all of our loved ones, our guides, our, friends, family and spirit. They're there to guide us, and in spirit, that's what they do. So they tend to like you to ask them first. I don't know, they've always kind of shown me that asking you shall receive. There's a little bit of mix of, I suppose, free will there. So, it's like if you don't want interference, don't ask them. But if you do want, when I say interference, it's not really interference. It just can be extra guidance that they want to impart with you and give you the signs and show you clear guidance so that you understand that it is them and that they're bringing through all the info you need. So I've had a lot this week, even people just contacting me randomly that are feeling a bit out of sorts. So often when we step outside that faith in, the guidance is there and we will be shown the way. And often when we're out of sorts, it can be anxiety, it can be feeling depressed or just feeling generally like, you're out of whack. And I know in our human existence, that's a common thing. So don't feel you're on your own there. I think we all go through elements of it. But if we can just remind ourselves, and I say that, coming back to our heart space, reminding you that as someone even coming in for a reading, you have all the answers. And as the reader, I'm only giving you what you already have within you. So never give away your power and expect someone to give you all the answers, because it's not how it goes. We're here as your guides as you walk this earth plane, and our role is to facilitate you living an authentic life that you have control of. So always remember that. And all good psychic mediums, and we're all heart-based, so we'll all tell you the same. It's nothing set in stone. Your life is under your control and guidance. So at the end of the day, if you're drawn to go and see a psychic or medium, there'll be a reason and the message in it. So take the message on and do with it as you will. Don't feel that it's that you have to give away your power to somebody else, because that's not how our role is. Well, that's not how I've been had it described to me from Spirit that my role is. So anyway, I thought I'd share that before I start my readings today. Thank you all for listening and tuning in. All right, I've got Cindy from Chicago, Illinois in USA. Cindy, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Really good, thanks. Thank you for sharing and ringing in.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy to be able to have this opportunity to talk to you. And I was wondering if I could ask you a question about my life. It seems that over the last 5 years or so, I've had a lot of relationships that I was involved in dissolve. And I have 3 siblings that I haven't spoken to in quite a while. And I was wondering if you could give me any insight into if there would ever be a resolve between us, or what might be going on with me, as to why all these relationships that I've been in are just kind of falling apart.
I understand. It gets really frustrating when we have something like that happens over and over. And I just had this conversation with a reading I did this morning, and we kind of went back on to sometimes when we're getting into similar relationships and it's not working, and especially when you're finding you're attracting the same case scenario, it's usually a lesson that we need to acknowledge and almost learn from so that it doesn't happen again. So it's kind of like breaking the cycle. And, the old analogy, if we keep doing the same things, we can't expect different results. For you, it's about changing up your perspective on this. And I feel like you've already started this journey, so I don't feel like I'm telling you this and you don't already go, yeah, I get this. And there's been a slight shift with you, but it's almost like there's a tiny bit more to go to just get you to where you're standing in your power to attract the right person. You're a strong person within. So what happens is sometimes when we attract people that are a bit less secure and needy, then they tend to put a lot of emphasis on you, and then you suddenly become their, how can you put it, you're their mother almost, I want to say. So I feel like in your past relationships, you've stepped up because you're really good at that, and they've kind of taken that and ran with it, and then it's kind of ran its course, and you're left holding the bag going, I don't understand exactly what's happened here, but they've pulled back. So this is about now, because I feel like I want to say that Spirit's showing me. Now, is your mum in Spirit, can I ask?
Yeah.
It's a lady stepping in for you. Yes, right. Now, because she's going to address the family issue, because as soon as you said about the siblings, I'm like, your mum's there going, I'll fix that. But get onto the relationships. It's about you owning your power, and it's like, how can I put this? You have way more in you than you believe. So to me, what they're showing me is you don't believe in yourself enough. But there's a lot of awesome stuff in you.
A lot of what?
So what happened? There's a lot of awesome things in you. Like, you've got so much to offer. And they're showing me, like, they're showing me how great you are, but it's like you don't fully believe that, and that's why you're attracting these people that they're not equal to you. So it's like a partnership needs to be equal, and you have so much to give that you deserve to have somebody that's the same, and you don't want somebody that's wishy-washy, because that's not you. Okay, so how I would work on that with the relationship is getting your affirmations, going back to like the way Louise Hay works with, I'm a powerful woman. I deserve to have, the best love from an amazing partner. Okay, we need to build that up a bit, because sometimes it is a subconscious thing that we're just attracting those that we feel we're worthy of, and that can be just a cycle that we get into. So just be aware of that, and then you'll stop it happening. Awareness is 80% of it. There will be somebody stepping in for you next year. There's a big shift for you next year. And your mother stepping through with the siblings, she will sort that out. She is a bit disappointed that things have come to this point because it's like she kept everything together, she's showing me.
Yeah.
But she's also acknowledging there's an acknowledgement there saying she wishes she didn't because it stopped those that need to step up and take responsibility, haven't done it because she always made it right for everybody. And now everyone has to stand in their own power. You know, like they've got to go through their stuff. So I feel like she's showing me you're the strongest one of the family, so you've got the strength. They will come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But they need to learn the lessons. So please don't feel guilty and don't hold on to she's saying it's not you. They have to learn their lessons and that they've got to go through what they need to come back to you.
So that's what I wanted to know. It's because I've had so many relationships dissolve over the last 5 years or so. I keep coming back to like, is it me? What's going on here with me? You know?
No. Absolutely.
I just keep feeling disappointed, like with, I can't explain it. It's like it's like if somebody lies to me, it's like I feel like I just don't want to have them in my life anymore. I'm just going through something there. It's like
But you are protected. It's like you're given the signs they're showing me. I'll just be quick because I've got to wrap up for my next caller. But you are given the signs, and anyone that isn't meant to be in your life is pushed away. So you have a fantastic guidance team around you. So please honour that because that's you're being looked after. Next year is going to be a pivotal change, and someone will step in who is honourable. So please, make sure you let me in. Let me know. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. And get that confidence happening. You've got it, girl. Go for it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
My pleasure. Bye-bye. Okay, Christy in Newcastle, Australia. Yay. An Aussie. Christy, how you going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm a bit excited. I don't get many Aussies on radio. So, yeah, it's not that I don't love Americans and Canadians and New Zealanders, but it's like, wow, someone who's in my time zone.
Awesome.
All right. Do you want me to tune in or did you have something you wanted me to cover? Because I've been a little bit short on time, but.
I'm happy for you to just tune in. That's fine. And whatever comes through, comes through.
Yep. There's something about a shift in perspective for you, and it's something to do with, I feel like there's been quite a few shifts around. It's like I want to acknowledge, especially through spirit, that things have happened for a reason for you this year, and it's starting to be shown now in that you're going to step into something new next year.
Yay.
Yeah. So I want to say, because it's like they're really showing me it's a light at the end of the tunnel for you that's coming through. And there's a father figure that's stepping forward too in spirit, I want to say, around you, connected to land.
Okay.
So it's like, are you on land now? Because I see.
What do you mean?
Do you live on property, like where you live? Yeah, because it's like I'm shown land around you, and is there horses and cows and things? Because it's like I feel like I'm at home there.
No, we're in like the city part, but I've got Aboriginal background, so I think that might be where that's coming from. Yeah. Yep.
Because the land's important to you. It's like you have to have room around you, otherwise you get claustrophobic.
Yeah.
And where's the child around you? Do you have one child, or they're saying two, but then I'm getting one?
Two.
Two children. Okay. Do you want another child?
No.
Okay. In saying that, because I'm laughing because they're up there going, oh, there's two and there's one more. It's like there's one more that could transpire. So if you don't want that to happen, then just maybe be a bit careful on that one. Okay. They're also showing me. There's one that's really sensitive, and I want to go to the eldest. Is that a girl, your eldest daughter?
No. Funny, he's a boy, and yeah, he's very sensitive.
Yeah, okay, because I got a real feminine energy, and it's like sometimes it can be that they are that softer. It's like he's going to make his mark. I want to say there's little traits that he has. I don't know whether he has rather different things with either what he likes to eat, or there's something I want to say is a bit quirky about him as well as being sensitive.
Yeah, that's very much him.
Yep. It's like, is he, with the right nurturing which you'll give him, he'll make his marks. I want to say like his quirkiness, and that is the uniqueness. It's going to step him into doing some pretty cool stuff when he gets older.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So following you. So where is the father as far as the father of the children?
He's with us. He lives with us.
Yep. And what's with movement with him? Is he shifting work?
He's currently, he's always thinking about it, but doesn't really do much about it. Yeah, okay. Well, there's going to be an opportunity for him, which I see around work, but it's going to involve moving. So I don't know whether this is an opportunity where you guys will, I want to go move location where more or less he can live in where he works. Does that make sense? Yeah, kind of.
Yep, because it's like that's going to happen, and that's part of next year as well. And I want to say with that financially, there's going to be a real boost with it. So you'll look at it and go, this is a great opportunity for us to save up, because there's something you're saving for at the moment, but you feel like you're putting money away, but you're having to use it again.
No, not at the moment. We just bought a new car, so I guess we're just paying that off now, trying to get rid of debt.
Yeah, because it's like with this opportunity, you'll jump at it, because it's almost like you'll have free accommodation there. It's like it'll be built into this package of some sort. So you'll go, this is cool, we can really jump ahead, because there's something about jumping ahead financially for you.
Okay.
So trust in that coming to you.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's like, and that's part of it's like you've done the hard yards. I want to say like this year and even the year before has been a real bit of a struggle with just trying to get your head around managing everything. And it's like there'll be a shift with this coming into the new year. And I feel like it's not far away, to be honest.
Yeah, we have been struggling financially to get ahead, and I feel like next will be a lot easier.
It will. It's like this opportunity will step in, and even though, like you were saying, your partner's a bit hesitant, he'll jump at this. So it's something that'll come along and he'll go, yeah, he'll love it. And it'll be a great, it'll be like a bit of a fresh start for you guys, and really just energetically shifting things around. So I do see that leading on to you being able to purchase your own place.
Okay. Yeah.
So I want to. Sorry, you just broke up a bit then.
Oh, sorry. As in moving from where we currently are, like living?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Do you feel that? Because I feel like there's something the spirit's going, you've had that bit of an inkling that's going to happen?
Oh, no, can't say that I have, but...
Okay.
You know, something.
It's like I want to say to you, yeah, exactly. I want to say to you next year there's a lot of like just opportunities coming.
Yeah.
So get excited.
I am excited.
And what is it that you're holding back on too? There's something around you doing your thing. Have you just started doing something for yourself?
I've started studying a diploma in counselling, and I work full-time and do spiritual readings on the side. So I guess,
oh, cool. Because I'm like going, yeah, there's something you're stepping into your power, and it's like, woohoo, I want to go, yay, she's fulfilling her life purpose. Wow.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. So there's a lot around that too for you. Like, and it's almost like I want to say with that, people are just word of mouth. You're getting people stepping in, and if they're not there yet, they're coming.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, because you'll build up a good reputation around your energy. There's a lot of you're very. Besides having a massive spiritual gift, and you're great at connecting, and your reading ability is amazing, there's your energy is people feel really comfortable to come to you. So it's like you'll draw in, the perfect clientele that you will just be able to impart some really great stuff with, to be awesome.
Right. Yeah, that's really what I want to do, and I feel like that's what I'm meant to be doing. It is. Getting there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like, again, next year will be pivotal for you. And I feel like I want to go to where around this move, you'll step into that more. So it's like with this move, you won't have to be doing the full-time job. So you can actually step up into doing your spiritual stuff, and there'll be money coming through with that.
Yeah.
And I want to say value your work. So...
yeah.
Because sometimes when you're gifted like that, you can do it standing on your head. So, sometimes we kind of think, oh, I feel bad sort of charging for that service. But what you impart is far more than just a fact of exchange of money. You're giving people so much amazing guidance and a sense of, and that's where I'm getting this joy and light. It's like, yeah, and you help ground people.
And I think, because I help other people in that respect, it helps me. But I guess I've had to come a long way to trust what I was getting to. So that's been a massive learning curve. Yeah.
It is. It's the hardest thing. And I say to people, as a psychic and medium, we often or mainly work on it by ourselves. So it's not like you're with a big group of people doing the same thing and you all feed off each other. So it's a bit of a solitary life choice, and something that we have to constantly be, reassure ourselves that yes, we're on track, and yes, what we're getting is clear. Because it's funny, I laugh with when I first started, it was the funniest thing that I learnt was you never got feedback, because people just go, oh, you're psychic, so you already know that you're good at what you do, or you already know that that's correct. But when you're starting out, it's like you need that feedback to go, where did that fit? Because sometimes you'll get random things and go, I don't know where that fitted.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes when it's with friends or family, I can't see anything. I'm completely blind to all of what's happening.
Yeah. Look, they often say that. When I first trained with Lisa Williams, she said, do not read for friends and family. And the main reason behind that is because you know so much already, it's hard not to be biased in what the info you're getting. And if spirit isn't giving you anything, there's a reason for that. So it's like you're not meant to, and sometimes friends and family don't take on board what you say, as serious. If it was somebody that they don't know, they'd take all the notice of.
Yeah.
For some people, I found for me, I had heaps of family and friends step up and wanting me to read for them. And I was very much like, no, I'm not meant to read for you. But in one way, for me, what helped was it helped push me past what I knew. And I really challenged spirit to give me something I couldn't know. So in some ways, I found that quite challenging, and it really helped step me up in my gift, because I really had to, I already knew most of their info. I had to get spirit to give me something I couldn't know. So it really kind of strengthened it a bit for me. So don't hesitate with that too. If you're finding you can connect for them, by all means do it.
Yeah. And I have but
if you
mediumship for a best friend before, because I was just kind of started to give information when I was getting from the other side that made sense to her, so I just kind of kept going. So I guess I just followed the trust that I had with all of that, and that was fine. But when friends put you on the spot and want, it's just like, no.
Exactly. And sometimes, and that's what I was saying earlier with readings, like we're here to give guidance. If somebody says, oh, am I going to go here or am I going to go there? It's like they're taking the power away from themselves. And by us giving them yes and no's and definites, we then take away that intuition that they need to really work on to experience life to its fullest, because you can't depend on someone to tell you what to do for every decision.
No. And that's what I thought counselling might out, but once I started doing that, it's not about telling people what to do in that area either. It's more of just helping them see everything from another perspective. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think, and it meshes it, like there is that little bit, like not that I'm a counsellor by any means, but people need to be listened to. And that's a big part of it, is when you find people are able to open up to somebody that isn't friends or family that can tell their story, they get the answer. As they're telling you, they're like, oh, yeah, okay, I see that now. Because we do forget that listening skill is such an important thing. We tend to always talk to each other. I know I'm like that. Don't shut up sometimes. But anyway, I have to go. Keep up the great work, and hopefully I'll get to see you in my travels sometime.
Yes, hopefully.
We'll be moving in the same circle. So my pleasure. Go for it.
All right, bye.
Awesome. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for ringing in and connecting with us today. I've had another great radio session as usual. Haven't had to contend with dodgy internet and no travelling at the moment, so it's all plain sailing. So anyway, have a wonderful week, guys. Sending much love and light to you all, stepping into the Christmas spirit and encouraging you to keep the faith, trust the process. The things that are meant to be and come to you will be. So don't forget that. Okay, signing off, Tonia Reeves. Woohoo!